Welcome back to another session of Commerce class. Today's topic is types of joint stock companies. This is your Avjit sir. So let's start the chapter. On the basis of mode of incorporations, the joint stock company is divided into chartered companies, statutory companies, and registered companies. Now, what is chartered company? Now, chartered company is established by the Royal Charter. Royal Charter means a document issued by the monarch granting right of power by the head of the state. It is granted certain exclusive privileges and powers. Historically, most of the early companies were set up through Royal Charter. For example, the East India Company, the Chartered Bank of Australia, India and China, etc. were incorporated by the grant of a special royal charter. In India, this form of organization does not exist now because there is no monarchy. Even in England, this method is rarely used now. Companies of this kind may be called chartered companies. Next is statutory company. The statutory company is established by a special act of the central or state legislature, and its objectives, powers, and activities are defined by the special law under which it is created. In this case, a special law is passed to establish the company. This is done only in special cases when it is necessary to regulate the working of the company for some specific purposes. These are mostly concerned with public utilities. Examples of such companies in India are the Industrial Finance Corporation, the Life Insurance Corporation of India, the Air India, Reserve Bank of India, etc. The provisions of Indian Companies Act 1956 apply to them if they are not consistent with the provisions of their special acts. Next is registered companies. Now, a registered company is established by registering it with the Registrar of Companies under the Companies Act 1956. The formation, working, and winding up of such a company are governed by the provisions of the Companies Act. Registered companies are the most common type of companies in India. Anybody who wants to incorporate a company can do so by taking necessary steps outlined therein. By far, the largest number of companies is incorporated under the Companies Act, and these companies may be called registered companies. Some of the examples in India are Tata Iron and Steel Company, Reliance Industries Limited, Hindustan Steel Limited, and Maruti Udyog Limited are some of the companies in India. Now, on the basis of liability of members, joint stock company can be divided into companies limited by shares, companies limited by guarantee, companies with unlimited liability. Now, company limited by shares. It is a company which is registered with a specific amount of share capital divided into specified number of shares. Now let me give you an example. Suppose X Limited has a share capital of rupees 5 lakh divided into 50,000 shares of rupees 10 each. Now X has purchased 5,000 shares on which he has paid rupees 6 per shares. The liability of X is now limited to rupees 4 unpaid amount per share. Even if the assets of the company are not sufficient to fully meet the claims of its creditors, then X cannot be called up to pay anything more than 20,000, that is 5,000 shares of rupees 4, which is unpaid. So he will only be giving rupees 20,000. This type of company is most common in actual practice. Hence, the holders of fully paid up shares cannot be called upon for the further contributions, and the liability of the members holding the partly paid up shares exists even if the company is in process of winding up. Winding up means dissolving the company. Next is company limited by guarantee. Now in this type of company, the liability of every member is limited to the amount which he had undertaken to contribute, if necessary, to the assets of the company at the winding up. This amount, called guarantee, is specified in the Memorandum of Association of the company. The amount of guarantee may differ from member to member, and such a company may or may not have share capital. Now, if the company has share capital, every member is liable to pay the amount unpaid on the share held by him in addition to the amount of guarantee. The guarantee amount is in the nature of reserve capital, which can be called upon only at the time of winding up. The article of association of such company must state the number of members with which the company is registered. This type of company is generally formed to promote art, literature, sports, education, and other non-business activities. Moreover, liability would also extend to the unpaid value of the shares held by the company. Next is unlimited company. Unlimited company do not have any limit on the extent of liability of its members. Liability of each members extend to whole amount of the company's debts and liabilities. However, the members cannot be sued upon directly by the company's creditors. Next, on the basis of nationality, the joint stock company is divided into Indian companies, foreign companies, and multinational companies. Now, Indian company, in this case, the control and the management of the affairs of the company are to be carried out within the geographical boundaries of the country. So a company incorporated in India under the Companies Act 2013 is known as the Indian company, and it may have foreign shareholders, and it may also carry on business outside India. Next is foreign company. Now, foreign company, it is any company incorporated outside India which number A had a place of business in India prior to the Companies Act 1956 and continues to have the same place, or number B establishes a place of business in India after the commencement of the Companies Act 2013. It must deliver the prescribed document to the registrar of the companies within 30 days of establishing a place of business in India. Number third is multinational companies. According to the United Nations Commission of Multinational Corporation, a multinational corporation is a corporation which operates in addition to the country in which it is incorporated in one or more of countries. It is a company which carries on business activities in more than one country. It is also known as transnational corporation, a global giant, a world enterprise, or an international enterprise. Its main characteristics are: it operates two or more countries simultaneously, it is generally very large in size, its main purpose is to reduce transport cost, to make use of raw materials, to use labor and market of other countries. Multinational companies of India, example, Hindustan Lever, Sony India, Philips India, Siemens India. Indian companies operating in foreign countries, example, Birla, Tata, JK groups of industries. Next is, on the basis of control, joint stock companies divided into holding companies and subsidiary companies. Holding company, it is defined as any company either holds more than half of the equity, share capital, or controls the corporation, the composition of the board of directors of such other company. A holding company may have any number of subsidiaries. Next is subsidiary company. It is a company in which another company holds more than 50% of the issued equity share capital, holds more than 50% of its voting rights, or controls the right to appoint the majority of its directors. The annual accounts of a holding company may disclose full information about the subsidiaries. On the basis of membership, joint stock company is divided into private companies, public companies, and government companies. Private company. A private company means a company which has a minimum paid up capital 1 lakh rupees or such higher capital as may be practiced, and which by article of association it restricts the right of its member to transfer its shares. A private company can be registered with only 2 members, limits the number of its members excluding present and past employees to 200, prohibits any limitation of acceptance, deposit from person other than its members, directors for their relatives. It must use the words private limited after its name. Example, LG Electronics. Next is public company. A public company is one which is not a private company, has a minimum paid up capital of 5 lakh rupees or each such higher paid up capital as may be prescribed, is a private company which is a subsidiary of non-private company. A public company must have at least 7 members. Example, a public company are TISCO, Tata Iron and Steel Company, Reliance Industrial Limited, and Larsen and Turbo Limited. Next is government company. Company which is not less than 51% of the paid up share capital is held by the central government or any state government or government singly or jointly is called a government company. It includes a company subsidiary to a government company. Example: Hindustan Machine Tools Limited, Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited, Mahanagar Telephone Nigam Limited, National Thermal Power Corporation Limited, and State Trading Corporation Limited are some of the examples of government companies. Now with that, we come to the end of this session. I hope you all have understood the lesson, and again we'll soon meet in the next session. Till then, take care. Thank you. This is your Avjit sir signing off for today's session.